Well, hello, welcome to my office, and welcome to the 2012 BOGC Fantasy Football Draft. I'm not sure what BOGC actually stands for. You can ask our other commissioner about that. But this year it clearly stands for Beards Obviously Generate Controversy. You know, everybody and their sister is trying to tell me that I should shave it. And women, frankly, who should be shaving it themselves. And I'm not just saying anything. I hear it when I'm walking down the street. I hear, you know, Jihad Joe, you have a vag on your face, all this shit. You know, and frankly, I'm kind of tired of it. Enough with that. And on to bigger and better things, the dude bucket. So, as you can see right here, I have the dude bucket from last year. However, I added with beards. Does it look like it says beards? Does it look like it says beards? I wrote on it so much. So, as I said, on to bigger and better things, and that is the other 11 people who I will be defeating in this year's BOGC championship. Now, last year I said very insulting things about those other 11 guys who are in the league. And this year, I kind of want to take my parents' advice. And what they said was, if you can't say anything nice about people, say something that sounds nice, but it's actually a lie. So if we start with number 12, we'll take it right here from the dude bucket, and here we go. The number 12 pick in the BOGC draft is... Aha! The guy who had the number 1 pick last year, and that was my brother-in-law, Mike Jason. Now, if I had to say a few nice things about my brother-in-law, the first thing would be that he wears visors a lot. And I think visors are great. You know, it uses less material than wearing a hat. He's shirtless a lot. I think that's also cool. He's also very proud to be an American. And he also willingly has sex with my sister. Which, I mean, I think that's kind of cool because somebody's got to do that. And I really like when all of those things come together in one picture. Number 11 pick is Scott Finley. Scott has not shaved nor exercised in the 3 years that I have known him, although you're supposed to wait until you're married before you do those types of things. And with that said, here is a picture of his dinner from last night. With the 10th pick in the BOGC draft, we have Spike from the Gremlins. With the real 10th pick in the BOGC draft, my favorite name in the world, Todd. You know, he's a pretty cool guy. He coaches high school football, which I guess counts for something. And he also posts Facebook pictures of his cat, which I think is awesome. So with the number 9 pick in the BOGC draft, we have, kind of hurts, we have cousin Kyle Hoekstra. I think we've spoken a little bit too much about his propensity towards calling on the phone for advice during the draft, but what I will say about him is that to the Hoekstra family, he's kind of like the Stephen Baldwin of the Baldwin family. Totally underrated. With the 8th pick in the BOGC draft, we have Andrew Steubenvall. He's my best friend in the world. I love that guy to pieces. I think he's very charming. And above all else, if I had to just encapsulate him in one word, it would be that he's a man of his word. Number 7 pick is Andy Murillo. Now, there's a lot of confusion in our league. You see, Andy's name is actually Christian, but some people call him Andy. Some people call him gay. Okay, ready? With the 6th pick in the BOGC draft, we have Jorge Murillo. I really like George. I think he's a great, very honest type of guy. And what I like most about George is that he's not one of these Latinos who has this really obnoxious pride in who he is and doesn't feel the need to shove his Ecuadorianness down your throat, you know? The number 5 pick. Number 5 pick is Doug Hoekstra. If I have to be really honest about him, He is a very active commissioner. He has a cute button nose. He has incredibly cool tattoos. When he has an opportunity to take a picture with one of his favorite sports action heroes, he doesn't drop the ball. And the fourth pick is Daniel Glazzi. You know, I have to say about Danny, I was in bands with him for many years, very good guy. And one thing I have to say about him is I always remember that he would always be getting in some kind of argument with his girlfriend. You know, she was always calling and saying, oh, I don't want you to play with those guys. And he'd always put his foot down and say, you know what, I'm going to go do my thing. So I'm glad he ended things with her. And the third pick in the BOGC draft is Justin Domini. Justin is my boss, my good friend, my mentor, my inspiration for life. The number 2 pick in the BOGC draft will be it's me. I have the number 2 pick in the draft. Okay, and our grand finale is, if you couldn't figure it out by now, our number 1 pick in the BOGC draft is that hairy, bloated Jew, Jay Cohen. You know, a lot of people think that he's just a loudmouth Jew and that he doesn't know how to use grammar or email or any form of functionality on the internet correctly. And more than anything else, he knows how to pick a goddamn Halloween costume. So that concludes our 2012 BOGC draft. May the best beard win.